Can you guys make sure those phones, because there's a lot of phones in here, DOD?
Mine are airplane mode.
All right, cool.
No crunching on ice.
It was ice.
Mine are.
All right. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago, so get up for Chicago.
Locked in.
You don't look locked in. All right. Well, give it up for Chicago one more time. Okay.
That took a lot out of me.
All right, we're going to go real quick. You want to give your name and your Instagram tag. So we'll start over here on the left.
Gotcha. My name is Nikki, and my Instagram is 2_NICKINICOLE, 2_.
Okay.
I'm Alicia. Mine is Leisha, LEESSHAA__.
Okay.
My face crooked.
Mine's my name, just Marissa N. Vega. My name's Marissa.
Wait, spell it. Who's this one, Marissa?
Marissa. Just the letter N Vega, VEGA.
Are you trying to look her up or something? You can get the Instagram
No,
after the show.
I got multiple Marissa friends, and they spell it all different.
Okay.
M-A-M-E.
You guys can be friends after the show.
No,
If you need to make it a friend, that's good. Okay.
true. We can be
Go ahead.
Yes, it's done.
Go ahead.
I'm Genesis. My Instagram is Genesis, like the Bible, the car.
Okay.
O Martin.
All
Genesis
right.
O Martin.
Why are you smiling so hard?
I'm Cassandra.
Okay.
My Instagram's be Cassandra with
My
a
girl.
K.
Her.
KASSANDRA. And
Okay.
then the Cassandra TH. That's it.
My name is Lily, and my Instagram is Beautiful Mind with 3 E's.
Beautiful Mind with 3 E's. Okay. Today's topic we're going to be speaking about, we're going to start over there and kind of go down like this way so you ladies understand. Kind of on the worst thing that someone has done to you. In the relationship, out of relationship, you know, kind of cutthroat. You know, I know Chicago has got a lot of cutthroat people in there.
Relationship or like friendship?
Anything. Could be friendship. You can call the people out if you want. So we'll start over here. We'll get, you know, one of your things, worst thing someone's done to you.
I would say get me arrested.
You got arrested?
Yeah, they like threw a weed bag in my car and said it was in theirs when we were getting pulled over.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's bad.
That's bad.
That was back in the day when it was like super illegal, so they took my car and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
That's bad.
Mine
Do you know who they are?
You messed up.
Yeah, I'm not cool with them anymore.
I
Okay.
wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Actually happened this year. So basically what happened was the girl came over. She was out of town. She was from out of town. She came to my house, and we went out. We wasn't friends. We fell off before. And then when she came back over, we kind of got her friends from where she's from kind of messaged me and was like, don't be friends with her. She was telling us all your business, like, and we already know the kind of person you are, and like she doesn't deserve you as a friend kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I confronted her, like, it was really bad. We was leaving Joy District, so we was already had liquor in us. I was like, baby, I don't care where you from. You'll fly in 3 hours. Get the fuck out my crib. And I was with my sister at the time. And my sister, my people are cops. So she tried to tell them that we all had guns pointed at her, trying to get us arrested. Whole time, my sister, in their district, my brother-in-law in the house with my nephew, everything. Cops pull up, Ring camera is recording everything. She like literally like was on FaceTime plotting, saying like I'm about to like tell them that they had guns pointed at me to get them arrested.
Oh,
and
wow.
then she got sent back home because we were about to put her in jail.
So just talking shit or what?
She was just talking shit, and I was just like, you out of town, you in my crib, you think you finna stay with me and my family? Like, you booked a flight here to try to like be cool with me.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing with that. Like, you talk shit about me and I find out about that shit. I don't talk shit about my friends. My friends, I've known them for years. Like, I don't have no friends that aren't close with me that I haven't known in years because I know loyalty. Like, and I don't play about loyalty.
Okay.
So, it was one of those things.
We may have different opinions on that, but okay.
I mean, yeah, like, everyone's gonna have the different opinions, but if I fuck with you, I fuck with you the long way. Like, especially because I'm very close who meets, like, my home. Like, I know everyone. Like, I'm very sensitive because, like, it depends on where you're from. Like, so anyone I call as a close friend, like, you gonna know the real me. You're not gonna know the fake me. And it was to the point where it's like when I felt like when her friends showed me messages and everything, I was like, wait at O'Hare for your flight. And she tried to call the cops saying that we all pointed guns. The cops pulled up. One of the cops knew who my sister and my brother-in-law were because they're both cops. So one of them already knew the fact that one of them was on duty at the time. So they was like, do you want to press charges for false accusations? Because having a gun charge on you, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal. So once we showed the ring camera and everything, called her mom, I was like, get your daughter to the airport, knock some sense into her, and don't ever come back. She was from Atlanta.
Okay.
That's
So
weirdo
just
shit.
talking.
Just talking. Like, she just wanted someone to get her.
I feel like a lot of women just talk shit though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we
if
do
you're
that.
not
Like
about
women talk a lot.
They just do whatever. And like
Yeah.
one thing about me, I'm like, baby, like don't play with me and don't play with my family. I don't play with my family. So
Yeah.
for you to call the cops on another cop, like saying like, oh, they got guns pointed, like that could lose. They could lose their job about that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing about my family. Like don't do that
Okay.
shit. So yeah.
The worst thing ever happened to me. Not many bad things happened to me, fortunately. I
Okay.
would say the worst thing, because I hate my time being wasted. I spent a lot of time in a relationship that I should have left earlier. So that was one of the worst things.
Mhm.
So,
What was
cheated.
your breaking point?
You know, you just get like tired of it. Like you're not like the back and forth, the cheating. Like there's not even any excitement about it. Like you're just like, I hate you.
Was it male, female? What was it?
It was a dude. It was
a
just one
dude?
of those relationships like you grew out of, but you weren't ready to grow out of it.
For sure.
So eventually, like you let it go. So I feel like just the years of that was just kind of like, I don't regret it, but me now that wouldn't happen again.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So just a guy wasting your time.
I guess if I were to say the worst thing, I guess being robbed. That was the scariest moment of my life. But I mean, I lived in Chicago 25 years. That's the worst thing that happened to me here. So I guess like I said, I'm blessed. So
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
Take ownership of
Honestly, I don't have a lot of like bad stories other than just being like in a 4-year relationship and then like his best bud was like trying to get at me and I was like, no,
That happens a lot.
I was like, I'm loyal to my man. I don't know what the fuck you think this shit is, but I was like, I'm not gonna hit at you. And he was like, oh, you think he's being loyal?
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
And so
like
They think
that.
that's gonna tempt you.
yeah,
favorite line.
and it really just made me be like, I'm moving. Like that's what really happened. But like,
Damn.
so moral of the story,
So the relationship ended, and the man was trying to get at you. His best friend was trying to get at you.
No, so like the relationship was already a little shaky just because he was someone that's just shysty in the way he talks. Like he's very, very, very like very respectable and very respectful, but you already knew from how he talks to his parents, and his like to me and to his friends, he wasn't always wholesome with like keeping promises. Wasn't very like he would just say shit. Is my point.
Yeah.
So then his buddy was trying to hit at me, and I was like, no, I'm good. Like, that's not how I am. I don't roll like that. And he's like, oh, well, you know who does roll like that? Your man. And I was like,
Ooh.
oh. And so then,
right.
and then,
Okay.
so then he literally was like, oh, you know when he be hanging out with the boys, he be bringing bitches back to homeboy's house
Ow.
in his basement and
Yeah.
getting crazy on you.
The basement is
and
crazy.
like making you, and I'm the type of girl like,
They love the basement.
so what had happened would
They
also
love the
be-
basement?
They love the basement.
Love the basement.
They
for no
love the
reason.
basement, baby.
So, moral of the story, like, and I'm the type of girl where I thought I was like, I could, because when I go out, I don't see men, I just hang out with my friends.
Oh my God.
Don't do that. Don't do that to her.
If
Don't do
you
that
have
to her.
your-
Let her be
if
young
you
and know.
have-
Let her be
if-
young.
But,
Let her
like,
be young
I was
and
in a
know.
loving, we were great. We were in a great relationship until
Yeah.
then. You know what I'm saying? So, like you were saying earlier, if he's providing for me, which he did, I would be cross-eyed when I walked into the club, and all I see was my girl to my left and my girl to my right. That's all I would do. I wouldn't go out like that.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How was he providing for you at that
Oh,
age?
At that
he
age,
would.
yeah.
At that age, that's what I need
Because
to
so
know.
he was a car salesman, so he was making $100,000.
So
a
y'all
year.
met at selling cars?
We met. I met him when we started to first sell insurance.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So we came at a mentality. We're
And this
trying
is
to
still
make
at
money.
18?
Yeah.
Is that 18?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So I'm trying to make money. He's trying to make money. So then we
100,000 at
ended
18
up-
is crazy.
Yeah, we were like in school.
sure.
We were in
That's
school.
2020, a lot of people were making a lot of money selling cars.
Yeah,
But
really.
yeah.
So that's my point.
Yeah.
I was selling cars at that time too.
Yeah.
So we were just both on our grind shit and whatever. He was doing that, and he would be like, we would eat out, and he would pay for it. Like if we were together, we're getting a fancy dinner. Like it's not the point. He helped me buy a car. Like he
Yeah.
put the
So
down.
you were just kind of getting
He
used
put
to like a man
the-
that helped you out.
He put the
Yeah.
down payment down for my car to help
Okay.
me. He was doing shit that he didn't never had to
He
do.
was putting you like in a good position.
He was putting me
You're
in
not
a
wrong.
great
Superman.
position as a man, and he was like a year older than me, so he wasn't need to do nothing crazy. He was literally like, we're growing up together, you know, we're building shit together.
Yeah.
And then I found out from his buddy boy, like he's been dogging you.
You know, I that's a good that's a good like topic to speak about. Like because one of my friends just had a guy tell on him. You know, he told his woman that hey, he's out there, he's been with, so he could try to get with the girl, and he told his ex-girl the same thing too. And he had asked me, this is actually one good buddy of mine. He's like, why do you think they do that? Because guys
Be a
think
good
if
girl.
you could get her, I could get her. A lot of men think like that. Same with women. Women
Do
think
you
the
think
same
I
thing.
will agree that with that. I do agree with
I
that.
sometimes
I
you
agree with
see
that
some
100%.
ugly looking dudes with some fine ass girls, and you're like,
How? Why?
that's
I
it's
agree with
there,
that.
it's there, yeah. And you'd be like, well, if he can get her, I should easily be able to get her. You know,
But
it's
it
just
was-
that is a mindset sometimes.
Our situation was different because
I'ma call
his
you out on
boy
that.
wasn't on shit. So I was like, why the fuck would I get? I'm sorry. Why would I get at you?
Well, a lot
At
of
the end of the
times,
day-
if you're always around those two men, like that other man actually starts developing like feelings for you because
Yeah.
you're always around. He's like, she's so good to you. She's this, that.
Exactly.
And a lot of
That's
men
some
will,
bullshit.
a lot of men will do that, but those are the guys that don't get pussy.
That's why I was like so good to him because of everything that I didn't even state a crumb of what he would do, but
Yeah.
he was really great in the way that we interacted, and I was like very respectable, very like I was for him and only him. I think his buddy caught the vibe that I was an actually good girl and he wasn't on shit and he didn't have a girl and he had nothing going on. He was like, well, I'm gonna try it, and so then like. I will say I was stupid enough to try and be like,
No, you
why did you do this? Like, I was trying to like figure it
Justify
out.
it.
I was trying to justify like what could possibly be it, and he was like, because I was taking care of you, I felt like I deserved more. So then that comes a conversation of like, what does a man deserve and get just because he's putting $1 down, and what does a woman deserve and get because she's giving everything? So it was kind of like this weird thing I had to go through.
Hey now.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Growing up too, I'm 21 when we broke up. So like,
Yeah, and you walked away from it?
I mean, we both were just like, I was kind of like,
Like, what are you
I
gonna do
can't, I
whenever?
can't do nothing to solve what already has been said and happened. And if you can't really like we were so young, it was like if you can't make this like.
Yeah, but I feel
solvable,
like
then it's whatever.
I feel like in general, like
But I was
speaking
being stupid.
speaking
so-
on the topic, it's extremely hard to meet people, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's easy because you got Tinder and you got like I don't know Hinge and all these apps, right? So you meet all these internet people. You think it's easy to meet people. It's extremely hard to meet people you click with, right?
Good people.
So a lot of
Genuine
times,
people.
a lot of times, males or females will cling on to the people they've met, and then there's always like a break point.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, men, you can judge who your real friends are after you break up with your girl, because some of them will take your girl's side. They'll be like, "Oh, she's cool, man. I'm good." Like, and then you start like,
Or it's just like a shiesty backdoor situation.
yeah. I mean, majority of the times, those men, they've caught some kind of feelings for her. They think
that's
she's
women
hot.
too.
They've been waiting.
Yeah.
They've
For
been
sure.
waiting for a while.
That's women
Wait.
too. I've had
Sure.
women try to message my baby daddy talking about, "Oh, are you and Cass still together?" Bitch, I'll message you like, "You worried about us? What's up?"
Yeah,
Like I've had
because
I've
they've
had
been
many
waiting.
females
They've been
message
waiting
my
to
baby
plot.
daddy.
Yeah,
Especially
this
though,
part.
like as soon as you guys grew up, he was like, "Oh, are you and Cass
Her face.
together?"
yeah.
Baby, you message him, you messaging me. Like I'm gonna
Period.
answer for him.
You
He's
go,
snitching.
friend.
Right, I'm like, he's
Right.
snitching on you to me. Like, hey, are you still friends with Gabby and them? I'm like, why? What's up? What? He's sending me screenshots. I'm like, okay, cool. Cause the same
So do you
way
think
I show-
women are more thirsty now than men?
It's both.
Oh, for sure.
Cause I've had it was to the point where they was messaging his own teammates, his own football teamates, locker room and all was messaging me. Talking about,
I don't
yo, baby,
know
you
if
shouldn't be
it's-
with him. One thing about me, you're not gonna talk dirt on my baby daddy. Cause at the end of the day, that's my son's dad. Like, you're not doing that shit. Cause that's out of
Yeah.
respect.
To-
I'm a respectful woman.
To
You're not doing
respond,
that.
I wouldn't say women are thirstier. I think that just in general, people just lack like boundaries now. Like when
Women
it
are
comes to
shiesty.
going,
I just
I feel
said
like
that.
women
when
are
it comes to
shiestier.
going for like what they want or people that they want, like they're just.
I think.
And I think
it's
I think
like
if we really
respect
if we really
now.
break it down, it's the countdown. It starts right when women are 27, 28, they don't
Hold
give a
on
fuck anymore. No, I'm being. Hold on.
Hold on now.
I mean, they don't care. They don't care anymore because the clock is ticking. They want to get married. They want to have kids. They've seen the aspect of life, and life. Women don't want to go through a hard
when you
life.
want it so bad, you're not gonna get it. You need to let it come to you.
I know, but if they
That's what
see
we
your
do
man
also.
treating you
It needs
good
to
and
come
taking
to
care
you.
of you and all that, then you guys fall off.
Yeah.
They're fine to jump in that role.
I think for men are shysty enough to let it go to the point where they don't care if you're together or not. I want what he had. And I feel like girls will play the long game and let it be and see it out and be like, okay, when's the right moment for me to pop in? So that's why I'm saying, like, for you, like, oh, y'all are done because I've seen what he's done for you. I want the same. For men, they just were like, I'm trying to pop the same shit that he had because I've seen it be good for him.
Oh God, the dating
Not-
pool. The
not-
dating pool is so
Not
shit.
normally. A guy that has a good group of friends around him,
Okay.
they're not going to try to have
Does
sex
guys
with you.
really ever have a
Yeah.
good group of friends?
True
Guys
that.
never really have a good group of friends. Let's just go there.
I
Okay,
feel like
let's
some
let's
guys
go
do.
there. Why do
Okay,
you believe
guys
guys can't be
never-
friends?
guys-
I believe women can't be friends, so we could talk about this.
Okay, let's go. So I never feel like guys have a good group of friends because at the end of the day, it's always a dick pulling competition. You always are trying to measure up to who's better, who's the better man in this situation when it comes down to women, when it comes down to sports, when it comes down to whatever else. It's always a competition with you guys. It's never just no love at the end of the day. And as much as you try to want it to be love, it still end up being a competition because you guys are naturally competitive as people. So no matter what, if you got this girl and it's a good girl, at the moment I see an opportunity, I'm gonna go for it. Even if it doesn't seem like an opportunity, I'm gonna make it one. And that's just how men are in general. Y'all are natural predators too. So it kind of just comes out to be that case of shit. If he got it, I want to see if I can get it. Now, whether the girl does whatever she does in that situation, it does not matter because y'all are going to try it.
The younger group of men, 23, 24, 25, 26, yes, I agree.
I see it in the
I
30s
agree
to
fully
40s
with
too,
you.
though.
I know, but
I
The
see it in the 30s to 40s.
Okay, the 30s and the
30s to 40s.
40s, they usually have a good group of men around
Bro, I
them,
can
right?
name
No.
a full group
No.
right now that would go toe to toe
Okay,
with
name-
every
name
man.
them.
All right, I ain't gonna do all of it.
Okay,
I
that's
was like, but I
can do it, but
literally,
I ain't gonna do it.
literally, like I have seen them go toe to toe in the whole setting of just trying to get a group of bitches.
Okay.
And it
You don't gotta raise your
Let
hand.
me,
It's not
let me
school.
play
Go ahead.
let me play
Go
devil's
ahead,
advocate.
for sure.
So so what if like this guy that you're talking to, he has a really good
I'm talking
group
to.
of friends? Yeah.
Okay, go on.
They're all married. They got kids,
Uh-huh.
and that doesn't justify or make it like, oh, these are good guys.
Okay.
But say that they are.
Yeah.
Then what?
As far as what? Like you just said, it doesn't justify if they're good guys or not. Because even within that group of guys, somebody coming back pillow talking, telling you about how these married motherfuckers is still doing some dirty ass shit to these women who is so good to them, who is doing XYZ for them. And then you sitting here talking about some, oh, these are supposed to be your examples, but they
Yeah.
can't be
And
your
it's
examples.
usually the men that have platonic relationships with females.
But my
So-
point,
That's what
my
it really
point
comes
is-
So
down
are
to.
we trying to sit here and say
Hold on,
that polygamy is the best answer?
No, platonic
No,
relationships.
but-
Platonic
But I'm saying, but are
relationships.
you saying polygamy is the best answer then? Because if there's
No.
an platonic, okay then. So what's wrong with them men being? in
I'm
platonic
just saying is like a guy should not be friends with your girl. Like if I have
get
a
you.
girl,
Okay.
my guy
Okay,
friends
okay.
should not be her best friend
No, for sure.
or
So-
completely like involved with her, right?
My
We're
point
friends
was
in
kind of coming
proximity.
for you though,
Yeah.
because my
Friends
point
from
of view is
associate.
coming from the 30s, 40s group of guys.
Okay.
The good guys, right? Your 20-year-olds, sure, they're gonna be wild.
The 20-year-olds,
They're gonna be single.
they're crazy.
competing.
If you get involved with a 20-year-old, you're fucked up as a woman, right? And I hate to be an asshole to say that.
As a
Men
20-year-old?
Wait, yeah.
Men that are in their 20s are not something you really want to be involved with because their emotions are crazy, right?
Okay.
And if you mess with them, they're going to go nuts. And I know people will say, oh, the older guys. A lot of older men have been through the hell. So they've been
They
through those
still giving you hell at 40.
they've been through their situations, and a lot of them will give up. A lot of them give it up after
I
a
ain't
while.
gonna
Give
lie
one
to you.
up.
Some of them don't know how to
They-
give it up. They
some of them don't know.
want to hold on tight. They don't know how to. hang it
Your
up.
guy's 26, right?
But I've known like my friends. One of my friends that all they go is for grown man. Baby, hang it up. Fix your lip.
Okay.
Like
I'm
get
not.
together.
Look, I'm not
Like,
gonna lie.
you
I'm not
done
gonna
with high
lie.
school. You done with
I'm
college.
not-
All that. You
I'm
done
not
with the
talking to
nightlife.
nobody under 30.
Okay.
And all I've seen,
I understand.
And all I've seen is
Yeah.
above 30.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody like about it. Honestly.
I feel like with older men, sometimes it's like there's a reason why they're dating below their age.
Right, and that's
Because I've
Ooh.
seen men,
Ooh.
I've seen men in their
Ooh.
late 30s and 40s.
Yeah. Okay.
Who are
Sure.
dating younger women because
Ooh.
no one their age is going for whatever.
No,
they're doing.
no.
Wait, I'm sorry.
They're
Wait,
all
no, no, no.
going.
Hold on.
They're all
But I'm
going.
saying they've all.
Shut the fuck up. They're all
Can she
going. I
repeat?
promise you,
No,
they're all
and
going.
I'm saying that women their age think
Wait.
that whatever they're doing is
Wait, can you
immature, is
repeat it?
corny.
Can you repeat it? I
I'm
didn't hear
saying that like the men who are in their late 30s or 40s and on,
Late
the
30s.
women
okay.
who are in their age bracket or whatever, who are, I don't know if they're like owning
Need
homes,
something
they have real
serious
money,
Okay.
they're settled in their careers. whatever these men are doing is only working with the younger women who may,
Hold on.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
gonna
aren't
tell y'all
necessarily.
something.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all something crazy. This was pretty recent.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait a minute.
So I'm talking to someone who's 30-ish, whatever. Right?
All right, go
Oh,
ahead.
yes,
And so I'm being introduced to the friend group, and they're like, "Hey, like, oh, like, how old are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm 24." And they're like, "Yo, you got you one, like, you know, like whatever." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I kind of think to myself, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Mm.
And it's like, "Oh yeah, like you can train her, you gonna mold her."
Bruh.
And I was like,
Exactly.
"My
Okay,
bad."
ladies,
And
one at a time.
Shortly after, I saw like I don't know on Instagram or something. It's like dudes that are 30 plus, they don't fuck with 30 plus older girls because
Was that the
they're
girl
in their
TikTok?
own. Yeah, like
TikTok podcast?
they're in their
For sure.
own like thing. They're not being multiple. These are women
They're
that
in their
know what they
element.
want. They get what they want. But when you talk to younger girls, like you can kind of persuade them in what you want, what you want them to do.
Now, let me tell you why you're completely wrong. Okay?
Oh man!
Like,
come on,
you're
okay.
saying the men in their 30s can't get the women in their 30s.
I'm just saying they can't.
Okay.
But it's
Can I ask, is this from a race
easier
perspective?
to get your younger
No?
girls to mold, and that is such a weird, like.
It's not molding them.
concept.
It's
Yes,
not
it
molding
is.
them. Take that back.
I think-
what
I
I'm
think young-
listen. All it is men being like, okay, look, I don't want the ran through 30-year-old that I know 40 of my guys have fucked her, have been involved with her, and she's got a lot of baggage she comes with. So I would rather date somebody that's clear-minded, that's younger, 23, 24.
Hold on.
That's why those guys said, no, don't interrupt me. I gave you your turn.
sure.
That's why those guys said, hey, you got one that's 24, 23. Yes, those girls are just happy to go out, go eat. They don't come with crazy baggage. Okay? Now, older women, they definitely come with crazy baggage. They usually have a counselor or a therapist they're talking to at this point in time in their age. They're chasing.
Time out.
They're chasing.
Bigger
I'm gonna get married. They're going through so many Botox and ass shots and all this bullshit to compete with the younger women. Because at the end of the day, they want to be young again. Because they wasted their 20s. They didn't get married, so they're chasing the same men that you're chasing. So the competition is rough, and you girls look better because you're younger. So
It's a perspective.
But like, who takes who seriously more? Like that's.
what do you mean?
Like if
Go
you're
ahead.
23,
23, 24.
25, whatever,
Okay.
the age of 20s, are you saying that you should take a woman more seriously in her 20s over the 32-year-old who is ready to get married?
Let me ask you a question. We have 40 sandwiches
As a
out there,
man,
right?
as a man.
We had 40 sandwiches out there. If I took a bite out of every fucking sandwich, right? Would any of you guys pick that sandwich up and go eat it?
If I was hungry.
I mean, to be quite frank,
Okay, I'm just asking. Would any of you guys go eat that sandwich?
I'm cutting that little bite off.
I ain't gonna lie, I really didn't
If
like
I
the sandwiches,
trust
so I
you.
probably
I'm just asking. If I took a bite out of every little
No.
piece of right?
I know what you're saying.
That's how it is dating a fucking 31-year-old, 32.
So what is the
She's been
difference from
bitten
the 20s?
already. She's been bitten already.
but
Okay,
what is the-
she's
what
been
is the
ran
difference
through
from the
already.
20-year-old?
Everybody here just said I wouldn't pick it up. I'm not fucking picking it up.
No, it's not.
I don't want that
That's not the
sandwich
truth.
either.
That is
If you
not
took a
the
bite out of that
truth.
sandwich,
That is not the truth.
everybody in
That is not the
Chicago
truth.
has
That
been
is
through
not the
those
truth.
sandwiches.
That is not the
Okay,
truth.
and
That is
I
not
don't
the
want
truth.
nothing to do with it because I know the history. If you licked all those sandwiches, I'm not fucking picking it up.
That is not the truth.
Yes, it is. Because the older women have been through so many men, and they're still single. Therefore, they
And
have
the
a
20s
problem.
aren't, and the
But I
20s
think
aren't having their time right now.
The 20s should have their time right
But that's
now.
my point. So if they're having it, I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Who are
cut you off.
gonna take more seriously is my.
I'm taking the younger girl more serious. Yes, I am.
Even
But
if
wait,
she's
can I make a
on
point, though?
games.
Go ahead.
But what about the girls that went away to college, came back? You don't know what they did at college. They could have got a train ran on her. They could have foursome, five-some. You know,
Once a
at the
man
end of the day,
finds
girls gonna
out,
tell
once you
what
know
wanna
somebody's
know.
history, you know. Once somebody has been in this city in Chicago, like everybody said, Chicago's small, right? Everybody here has said Chicago's small.
For sure.
If you're always out in the clubs and you're always doing whatever you want to do, people are going to know who you are at a certain point in time. Okay?
But that doesn't.
So we're
that doesn't-
assuming.
But when
So
you
hold on.
We're
hold
not
on.
assuming,
One second,
we know.
1 second. So we're just assuming that the 30-year-olds are ran through. They done been through. They done been through
Yeah,
that.
wait,
So
Let
what
me-
is the difference from the 20-year-olds that we done been through? Because you're
Devil's
saying.
advocate, devil's
Wait, hold
advocate.
on.
Yeah.
Let her talk.
Because you're saying that basically the 20-year-olds that they are so new that they don't have this experience. They don't have nothing. They don't
Oh,
have
I
the
was
baggage like the
going.
30-year-olds, which is bullshit. Let's just state that.
Run through and got
20-year-olds have more baggage than the 30-year-olds to really come in because they done had all. They done
no,
had
you're
already
wrong.
upwards bringing from whatever the fuck the men in their life done did, whatever the fuck they done experienced. They already carrying. They don't know how to deal with the trauma that they're going through. So
Okay.
you're sitting here
If
saying
you've
that.
lived 23 years so far on this earth, 23,
Okay.
and I know another woman that's 32 years old,
Okay.
32 don't get as.
But you're comparing baggage, though. We're comparing baggage.
Majority have more baggage.
But age doesn't correlate.
But they can handle the baggage better than a 23-year-old, and that's what she meant by that when she said that it's easier to groom a 20-year-old than it is a 30-year-old, because they can handle that. They can handle their baggage. They can handle that emotional standpoint. You can't come to them and tell them what the fuck they can and can't do, but you can go tell a 23-year-old
grooming. It's not about grooming.
How come it's not?
It's not about grooming.
Because everything you said was about
I'm saying it's not controlling the situation. I'm saying is like you can take a younger woman out. That's her first experience. She's excited to go somewhere.
She's been going out since I was 17.
No,
taking a 23-year-old out ain't nothing new.
I don't believe all that.
I understand your perspective. I think that what we're saying, or I don't know what we're saying, but I was saying that I think sometimes men who are older but mentally younger or immature, the assumption is that a younger woman is easier to impress or more easy to please, and requires
not easier
less.
to please or impress.
But I'm saying, like, I think, you know, the things that maybe a more experienced woman is used to or can provide for herself.
More experienced woman.
But I'm saying
so
that
a 32-year-old woman is not more experienced than a 23-year-old.
But I'm
just
saying
don't want
a woman
older
who has more
box is what it's
experience in
coming
her
down to.
life, or maybe
that.
has her career together, is more financially established, is more independent. A younger woman might
She needs
not be,
you.
and so an older man is it's a little bit.
She's
The things
dependent
that an
on
older
you.
woman might expect and think that she requires, a younger woman is kind of.
As a grown-up,
they assume it's easier to impress in those ways.
And if you
I
don't,
need
that's
you.
questionable. You should not be dating.
As a 20-year-old, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking with you because you're gonna do something.
In certain
for me that I
situations.
Listen. You
But
talk
my
about.
whole thing is, I feel like at the end of the day, I know a lot of people around my age. They've been through hella like sexual like diseases, like a lot of. No, I'm being dead ass. I'm being cutthroat. Like I told you, I'm very honest. I know a lot of people that have diseases. I know a lot of people that did all this shit. Why? Because they are wild and they love this life. They want to keep doing that. They want to party. They want to do because they don't
In
care.
their 20s.
They're
They're in
going
their
to be
20s.
30 one day too.
They're going to be 31 too. So I feel like everyone's been through it. No one's going to show it because the way they pull themselves. Like, I get Chicago small, but a lot of people know how to hide their character at the end of the day. Like, a lot of people know how to fake it to make it at the end of the day.
We get what you're saying, but if we're talking about the topic of men with younger women, it's easier to please a younger woman to take her
They don't know
places.
shit.
Yes,
They don't.
No, it's not. It's not about saying she doesn't know shit. You're giving her an experience, right?
Okay.
A woman that's older, has gone through those experiences.
Right.
She's traveled. She's gone through a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So for an older man, or whatever, like it's still the same. Girls that are like 35, their group is 50. They have to go after men that are around 50.
Okay, so let's say for the woman, the younger woman who has already been taught this, that they're in their family, their father, whoever, has took them everywhere, has bought them everything. This, you trying to, whatever you think you're showing them is nothing new to them, then what? You saying that the 30-year-olds they done already experienced everything. The women in their 20s that could have already experienced this from their fathers. If you have a proper father figure, they done showed you all of this. This is nothing new.
Talks about that as a young,
This
as
is
a
nothing
20-year-old.
new. This is nothing new. Men think because they lack this daddy figure that they need this, that, and the third in their life. They don't know nothing, so I can show them something. But what about the women that do it? Y'all go for the motherfuckers who have not never had this before. So it's easy for them to be in this point like, I never had this, so I want to hold on to this. I need to grasp this because I don't know what this is like. But for a motherfucker who came from this shit, who knows how to be treated like this, y'all can't say the same shit because they gonna be the same experience as them 30-year-old women that y'all talking about.
No, absolutely not.
Explain
But I feel
Absolutely
like
not.
Explain to me now. Explain to me how.
Because a younger woman in her 23, listen, she just got out of a 4-year relationship. She got out of a 5-year relationship. She was in a 6-year relationship. You girls are getting tainted right now. You've been through these relationships. That's exactly what's going on. You were in a relationship. She was in a relationship. You're going through heartbreak. You're going through hell, right?
Yeah.
Right or wrong? You're going through heartbreak. So technically you're getting what?
What
Smarter.
does the heartbreak have to do with an experience, though?
Listen. You're
I
going
feel
through
like-
what? You're getting experience, correct?
We're getting lessons.
You're getting
We're not getting experience.
you're
We're getting
getting
lessons.
experience.
We are learning.
Okay, learning lessons.
Well, no, because you're saying experience is something that's basically like we went into this situation and I went here and I went out of town with you because I wanted to get the experience to go here, this, and that. I got in this situation.
You were in a relationship and you got cheated on, correct?
Before? For sure.
Yes,
For
right?
sure.
Okay.
For sure.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to tell you that's an experience that you've been through.
That was a
correct?
lesson.
You didn't go through an experience.
It was a lesson.
But it was
an experience.
It was like something you had
It
to
was a
go.
Let me get to the point. Let me get to the point.
experience.
So now the next man that dates you is gonna be extremely hard because you've been tainted a little bit, and then the next guy after him, you'll compare him to the other guy, and
Negative.
you'll be tainted a little more.
Negative.
So by the
that not the
time,
same- is that
listen,
not the same girls?
by the time you're 31, 32, 33, you've gone through all these fucking experiences. You've been through a lot of dick. Okay?
No.
Listen, you've been through a lot of dick, okay?
Why do you have?
No.
I mean, you've been, if you're in relationship after relationship after relationship, you've been fucked.
So
Okay?
first of all,
No-
I haven't been in a
Okay,
relationship.
that's
after a
fine.
relationship.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever you
Okay.
say. Okay.
Okay.
As soon as you keep going through more experiences, by the time you're 31,
Okay.
32,
Where's the shop
like,
at?
you're a shallow woman. You're harder to please.
No, but
correct?
let's just be
You're
honest.
shallow completely.
So can we wait? Can you give me a minute? Can you give me a
I
minute?
feel like I don't think
Can-
it's
can I
like
get a
I
quick
don't
second?
think
Can I get a
I don't
quick
think it's
second?
shallow. I think it's your guard is up way more.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
okay. You're more
So I feel
protective.
like
So I'm right.
addiction,
So I'm
like,
right,
not to say
right?
You gotta
So
use no
here's-
addiction. It's the word of
Shallow.
you.
No. So here's my
Yo,
thing when
guard
it
up
comes
your
to
Okay,
shallow.
what I'm trying to tell you is
Let's
you
listen,
have
I'm a-
you have
Smart.
new rules. You have new boundaries. You're setting yourself up. You know, I know what I want. I know what I want in a man, and your expectations are extremely high. Now, if I go date a younger woman, she's not as tainted. That's it.
But I think
So
it's
is that
because
not- I
nowadays.
understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
You're
But
completely
nowadays,
right.
my whole thing is nowadays, a lot of females that are younger, they just like, I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like,
Okay.
I think that's why they go for the older
crazy.
men. Like, are you going to take me out of this? Are you going to, like, for example, like, are you going to take me out what I'm doing now? Like, I don't want to work when I'm older.
That's what I was
and
really
to
gonna
me,
bring
yeah,
up.
and like,
Yeah.
to me, like, I think that's lame. Like, why would you want to be like, I get it. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to deal with all that shit, love that for you. But why wouldn't you want something more for you?
Let's not
at the end
knock
of
the
the
stay-at-home mom because at the end of the day, women
Everything comes with a price.
women are supposed to be
Everything.
stay-at-home moms.
Yeah, but at the same time, why would you? Just in case, you
Okay,
have to understand.
hold on, don't give
You
me that
have
face.
to understand.
No, wait. I just wanted to make sure I heard.
Oh
correctly.
yes, women are
Yeah.
supposed to be stay-at-home moms. I'm I'm saying it. Yes.
I used to be the whoever wanted to be an independent woman. Why'd you have to speak up? Shut the fuck up. Like
Okay.
we could have all been independent. But at the same time, why are you relying your money, your happiness, everything on a man? Because if that shit goes, what do you got with?
I got
Now
what you're
you gotta
saying.
go
I get what you're saying,
for it
but
and everything.
men are loyal to a point too, so they're not gonna leave you right away. But
also,
go ahead.
But also, like,
But they are.
if you're a younger lady, like, obviously, okay, you're a little bit more impressionable. You want what these older guys are providing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the problem with men being like, I don't want a younger girl who's gonna be then you quote her quote a gold digger over the 30-year-old that wants you for
Exactly.
love.
I don't think the younger women are gold digging. I think they're
Yes.
they're prospecting and they're choosing the right candidate at the time.
Okay, then that's
Now
fine.
because
Then that's perfect.
because at the end of the day, they're choosing somebody that has money or somebody that has something that can take care of them.
That's
Because like
ego.
she said, women want to be stay-at-home moms. They want to take care of somebody. Majority are.
Yeah.
You know? And there's nothing wrong with that. Now I know
Oh, to the
she's sitting
point-
there fighting and give me
No,
that look.
no.
But what I'm trying to say is I don't think there's anything better than just taking care of a family. And
But I
sitting
know a
there,
lot
right?
of stay-at-home moms that get cheated on. I know,
course-
I
of
know
course
a lot
they
of
do.
athletes that cheat on
Well,
their
that's what I'm
wives.
saying.
Like,
Everything
I would
comes
never
with a
want that.
price.
I want to make sure I leave with me and whatever I got with me. Like, I don't want to have to feel like I got to rely on you. I got to take you to court. I got to use your money. Like, it's
Okay.
it might be a
part
whole,
of it,
like,
I don't know.
Now
it
let
is
me,
part of it if you put
can't-
yourself
Look,
in that situation.
you're taking
Yeah.
you're taking cheated on as such a hard because somebody's really hurt you. Like you seem
Oh, no-
really
no
hurt.
one's hurting
You
me.
seem like really hurt, and
I
it's
know- I
okay.
know, I'm
It's
talking
okay
about
to be hurt. Honestly, honey, it's okay.
I'm hurt.
It's okay to be hurt.
I was like,
You're
I was
hurt.
never hurt. I've always been.
Like-
I grew up in a single family house where I had to start
Okay,
working
and
at
that's what I'm
16.
saying.
I'm never
You're
gonna
just
be
hurt,
her.
and it's
I've
okay.
always been independent because my mama showed me how to be independent.
That's fine.
So I feel like the whole situation is the fact that a lot of women, it's not the fact that guys will go for younger women because they want that. It's because they feel like younger women be like, are you going to do this for me? And then they'll settle for that, and then they're going to get left. Just
Oh,
like
at
that.
30?
Not always. Not
A
always.
lot of
You're
the time,
prospecting.
No,
you know.
a lot of the time,
That
though.
is
I'm
very
talking about
true.
stats.
But
Like,
listen,
I'm talking about
listen.
stats.
If you
It's rare.
are with a younger woman, right, that hasn't been around the neighborhood, you know, she's, you know, maybe one or two guys, you know, guys will accept that more. Now, a woman that's in her 30s, it's extremely hard for a man to be like, oh man, yeah, I really want to take her out, whatever. Guys will be friends with these women that are 30, yes, but they also know, look, she's been through a lot of dick, you know? She's been through a lot of men. She's been through a lot of people. She's
think that's
experimented a lot.
regardless.
So women that are older really, they like to say, oh man, oh my God, like, I can't believe these guys don't want me. You have 3 kids, bitch. Like, what the fuck do we want with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is a
know
man?
even
Like,
that.
you are not. It's your valuation has gone down.
But you could have
Oh.
10, and we gotta look past that.
I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying in general, a woman that has a bunch of kids and still out in the club and still doing whatever she's
But
doing,
the
her
same
valuation
man
is
doing the same
extremely low.
thing. But
Huh?
but a man is doing the same exact thing. You're sitting here saying here about like a woman,
man with
having getting her body count up and all this shit. But at the same time, a man done went and fucked 4 bitches in the same
I don't think
night,
he's saying we have
doing
to
the same
like
thing.
accept it either, though.
No, right? We don't have to accept it.
It's a crazy double
But it's a
standard.
double standard to that point. But at the same time, it's just like it's got to be some give and take when you come to that. Because like from your point of perspective, how you giving it, you're giving it from the man's side, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But when it comes from a woman's side, you have to be like realistic when it comes.
I mean,
to
but
that
I'm
too.
sure when you were younger, what age did you want to get married?
What
Did you want to get married?
24.
24.
No, that
I
I
want
mean,
That's,
for me,
that's
personally,
reasonable. To be honest with you, those are.
For me, it was 26. It was 26.
26,
That was the
okay.
thing. That was the thing for me because I wanted to be done with college. I wanted to do everything, whatever, with my family, move away, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I graduated college, 21, whatever, got into a career. Boom, it's been that. And at that point, I just been career focused. Now, am I against any of that? No. But the dating pool is shitty.
And I mean, your job will drop you and not give a fuck about you. But majority of
Mine won't.
women will take their job extremely serious and then don't take raising a family or anything else serious at all.
Well, I would never say that. I would never put my job before my people. Not at
A
all.
lot of people do that though.
Yeah, that's
They'll
crazy.
listen to their boss before
Them
they
the
listen to
ones
their
that
boyfriend.
sale based and commission based. They need that fucking job because they're doing the job.
But
is
I'm
what they
just
based
saying,
off
women
of.
put their job in front of their man a lot
For
of
sure,
times,
for sure, for
and then they put their boss or
That's
whoever
the entrepreneurship
their
and shit
manager
like that.
is. Oh, I'm making money, I'm getting money, and that's number one for them. No one's gonna take care of me, but that man might.
But
Nah,
what's
baby,
your
I ain't gonna lie to you
response
like that. I ain't doing that one.
What's your response to like the girls that want the men to pay for everything and they're
Yeah.
like, I'll be the one that holds you down.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a trick. You know, I'm Arab. We pay for everything.
that's
We pay for everything. Us
You're so
Arab men, we
fucking
pay for
biased.
everything.
You're
I have no
biased.
problem paying for
You're
it.
biased as fuck. You're
I
biased.
need to believe it to see
If
it.
you're
not
biased,
saying
no
one
way.
talking, ain't no
I got
way.
no problem paying for
But
it.
my point is,
I'ma
what's
send
the
my friends your way.
What's the there's a currency to everything.
Bitch, shut up.
So my point is like, if the currency of you paying for everything, like,
Okay.
what do you then expect out of a woman? Because my mom she was 20 years old. No, she was 19, got married, had her first kid at 20, had a couple kids with my dad, had no job. She was a stay-at-home woman.
Okay, yeah.
Up until she was 30, and my parents they ended up divorcing at 30, and she had to go. She went and got her nursing degree on her own with so many like hella kids to take care of. Like she had to do it on her own, and it was so hard for her because she didn't have the degree before she met her man.
I'm sorry.
So like,
And that's
so what
look,
do you-
that's
what's the currency of-
understandable. I understand that.
But what's a woman's worth at 30 who only had 2 boyfriends her whole
don't do
life?
that.
Her
So
boyfriend
that's
is a
shame on the
fool.
man. I'll say that right now. That's shame on the man.
Exactly.
If he got her pregnant, sitting there with her, and the relationship, didn't work out, he should still take care of her.
So
Okay.
you believe in alimony?
Yeah, I believe you should take care. They got married, right?
They got
Okay.
married for 13 years.
Okay.
And they met at, my mom was like 18, 19, had a baby, then
Yeah.
had multiple more after that.
And how many siblings you said you
How old are your parents now?
So my mom's 44 right now.
Okay.
My dad's 52.
All right.
Okay.
So he was supposedly supposed to be the provider for her. He was the older guy that was going to take care of her, the older guy that wanted the younger
Yeah.
woman, untainted, beautiful. My mom's gorgeous, like she was everything. And then they got divorced, and she was 30 years old. Like, what do I do? She had to go to school again. She had
Yeah,
to
and
find-
then there's
but then
rules
she's
to it,
dealing
you know.
with shitheads that are 30 something, 40 something that didn't take her serious because she has kids. But she never drank alcohol until she was 28. She
Yeah, and you
never
can
smoked.
you
She
can
never did
validate
anything.
any way you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we were getting on the perspective of like kids. When a woman that's older has a kid already, she's already like depreciated.
But I don't
You
feel
know?
like
So that's
my
it.
mom
That's
just
gone.
got
No, I'm
married.
saying she can go after men that have kids. She can go after. She's not gonna get a high value man. You know what I'm
is.
saying?
I mean,
I
she
feel
married
like-
a doctor now, but like.
Okay,
My
she's a
mom's
nurse.
dating
She
a
met him there.
CEO.
He's older. You know.
I got a prime example.
Okay, go ahead.
Look at Sierra.
Who the fuck's
True.
that?
Singer Sierra. Motherfucker, you know who Sierra is.
I don't. I really don't.
Got
You don't
kids.
know who her be.
My body,
Got
your
kids.
body.
Okay.
Russell came in and saved the fucking day. She got kids. She been ran through whatever that, and I wouldn't even say ran through, but she has kids and she came and got the man of her
And she has
dreams.
everything for herself too.
And
It
that does
happens.
not mean that you have kids or that you're older that you cannot get somebody that you want. You can
Okay.
have anything that you
But-
want if you are a woman of
Like,
value.
good character
Like-
and value.
And you
Because
really believe
I
that?
really believe that.
I feel like that's true because
1000%.
my mom has 3. We all have different dads. My
Okay.
mom is happily just got married. Like, she's never been happy, and she deserves that. Because I feel like when you've been through a lot in your past marriages or your past your relationships, God's gonna bring you that man that you deserve.
For sure.
And I'm big on that because of the
Okay,
fact that
maybe.
Yeah,
But
no,
I'm
there's
saying is
certain-
like
she's
to
been
me,
through abuse and
yes,
all,
you
so
can
it's
meet
like,
you can meet a
she
man
deserves
that
that
has
man.
kids that works a regular job. I mean, it's rare
It's not
on
regular
the.
CEO.
You said that's a celebrity woman, right? Okay, there you go. So that's a little different when you have two celebrities, correct? That would be a little different perspective,
That
right?
can't happen to a
Does
normal
everyone
person,
here
though?
want kids? Or
Every woman probably.
I want many kids. I'm like I if I had the choice, I would be a stay-at-home mom who had my business at home and figured shit out.
I respect
and got
that,
my
though.
little bit of
You
money.
still got something going for
got
yourself.
my stuff going on that I want to do. Take my calls, take my whatever. But I'm the main, like, I would do it on my own while my man comes and provides what a man's supposed to provide, which is like the mentorship that a man needs to bring to children, and I bring the care and the nurturingness that a woman brings. So like, as long as he's around bringing like his status of a male, which is like, you know, the money part of it, providing part of it, but also is like, okay, he's teaching manly lessons. Like, as a daughter, like you just said, a daughter needs to know that a man can and will do this for you because of whatever he wants to tell her as a daughter. But,
Okay.
I'm on the
know,
fence.
I majority of women do want kids,
I'm
you know.
okay.
I'm not.
Maybe
It's
not.
not like I'm
I-
against or I'm with it. I'm really like, it depends. I feel like it's a conversation with me and my partner. I wouldn't mind it, but at the same time,
Generally
if you
speaking,
like,
do you want kids?
I'm not opposed.
Depends.
I'm not opposed. I'm gonna be
I end
realistic.
up with.
My
So if
thing
you
is,
were 50
so,
and you didn't have kids,
no,
you'd be
no.
alright.
Because in all honesty, the world that we live in, I honestly don't want to bring a child into this world.
Why?
Let's
Let
just
me
be
ask you a
realistic.
question. Why?
Because all of the first of all, let's just be realistic. Me personally, knowing what I grew up in, what I went through mentally, I would not want that. for
Okay,
my child.
let's change the subject. You're
Okay.
smart, right?
Very.
You went to college?
Did
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're educated,
Very.
correct? You make some kind of money, right? There's motherfuckers that make no money on link card that are having fucking kids all over the place.
That is
so
a-
why would
that
you
is a
not
choice.
why would you not want to recreate yourself for this
That is a
world?
choice,
Why would you
because-
not want to recreate yourself for this world?
Because
when you
I
when
know
you
the
literally
world-
have idiots having kids. So you're saying
because idiots are having kids mean that I should be sitting there having kids? That doesn't make no
so but
sense.
you said you're smart, right?
Yeah, and that's a choice. I don't. If it's not that I don't want to, or if I do want to, I'm not opposed to it. But if it does not happen for me, I am okay with that. At the end of the day, I feel like for me personally, I want to be married before I have children.
Okay,
I'm not
and that's-
having children,
and that's
with
fine,
life.
but I think
And
everybody
that's
should-
just how it goes for
If
me.
you're
Though.
if you're educated enough and you feel like you present a lot of value in this world, you should recreate yourself.
That's a personal choice, right? That's
Not
a personal choice, and that's a personal opinion.
No.
For me, I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the world that we're going into and the world we're becoming. If I don't want to bring a child into the world that we are becoming at the time that we are in right now, that is perfectly fine. Because right now the world that we are in is not safe. It has never been safe. Let's just say. And all the time,
I'm so sorry.
what's that?
I was asking him. I was kind of rebutting. Like, do you believe that women or people are obligated to procreate? Like,
Yeah,
it's an
I believe so.
obligation
I
as a
believe
woman.
so.
Obligated?
And that
You're
girls
obligated
go
to
to there,
But you say
and that
should.
goes there.
You don't have to.
That is an
That's
opinion. That is opinion. And again, I'm not against your opinion.
I'm just
not
telling you,
against that.
let's take a scenario right now.
I'm not against
when
that.
you're 55, 60 years old and your friends, a lot of people start dying, right? And I've seen my friends pass already. I'm not that old, but I'm getting up, right? I've seen a lot of people pass. The only thing you're going to have is that kid to take care of you, you know, to be with you to a certain
why
point.
Can't you be the fun
Why can't you
auntie?
have friends and all this shit? Okay,
fine
I get what
auntie.
you're saying. I get
got
what you're
3
saying.
of them.
Or you could be that auntie or whatever. It's
got
still not
3
your
nephews.
kids.
Cool
It's still not your kids. There's nothing like it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
and when I say this, I mean in the realistic way of the way the world is going. Is just at the end of the day, I want to protect my child. Whatever.
Okay.
If I do,
Yeah,
I want
I'm
to protect my
not-
kids. So
I'm-
protecting my kid from this world would be my biggest thing because I know the world that I grew up in. I damn near almost didn't make it. I don't want that for my child because as much as I can try, I cannot always be there and protect them from that.
Okay.
It's gonna be left to their
That's why
environment.
you
and
need a
society.
man to protect them.
No,
Yeah. Makes
no.
sense.
Because it doesn't matter how much me or the man is there, or whatever. They still have a society in the world that they're going to be involved in.
can't- yeah.
My parents was both there, and there still were times that I almost did not make it. That does not mean just because they're there that there's going to stop them, that they're going to protect you. This does not mean that. Because it's like-
Majority of time.
No, it's not. No, it is not.
Okay.
No,
I
it's
would
not.
say.
I don't know. I don't know your.
I would say as a mom, like
Yeah.
I've had to deal with situations where me and my son were in danger, and I don't mess with that. Like I don't.
So you'd wish he never was born?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
saying I
I'm
wish-
just asking.
No, I get what
That's
you're
so
saying. That's what I'm saying.
hard.
On this point of view, like I get it, 'cause I am a mom. Like I don't
Okay.
know if any of y'all are moms, but I am a mom. So it's been situations where every day I fear for my life. That's why every day I get sensitive on the topics where if you're not a certain race, you shouldn't be saying certain things. And a lot of people will step those boundaries, and I don't fuck with it. Because
Yeah.
at the same time, and my friends they know me. Like I'm very emotional when it comes to certain topics because of the simple fact that at the end of the day, I'm mixed. My son is mixed. My boyfriend's really black. Like I don't fuck with certain shit because we at the end of the day had to go through so much, and by myself. Now every day
I get
think
that.
about,
Yeah, I get that.
what
We're
my
going
son's
a
gonna
little
go
off
through.
topic. I get that. What I'm trying to
We're
tell
not
you
really-
is
we're talking
what.
about, like,
Yeah, no, and I get
everything y'all
that.
went through
But I'm
with
saying
your-
is you're smart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Intelligent.
you should recreate yourself, correct? For the world.
For sure.
Yeah, because there are little
But
idiots
at the
that
same
have
time, you
recreated
could be
themselves.
a smart. I've seen a lot of smart women, and they gonna let their kid act out because they don't even care at that point. Like I've seen people that shit.
I'm just talking about recreating yourself.
Let me
Like
just
having a
state
little
that just
ego.
because you
see a
recreate
smart,
yourself.
intelligent woman, and now you got a dope fiend on the side of the road.
Exactly.
You gave up on them.
That
At the
does
same
not
time,
mean.
that
Okay.
you could recreate yourself. You could be like, baby, I want you to be the next fucking president. I want you to be an NFL star. I want you to be an NBA star. I want you to be the CEO of a company. At the end of the day, you can't control what your kids do. And
Exactly.
that's the scary part. That's what I fear every day. I want to make sure my son, you can give your people everything you want, they want, and more. My son is
Okay.
very small and has everything, but you cannot
That's
control
true.
what
Can
they.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Can I chime in for 2
understand the
seconds?
situation.
Can I chime in for 2
Go
seconds?
ahead. Yeah.
So like when it comes to when you saying recreating yourself, right? So boom.
Okay.
So let's just say you recreate yourself, whatever the case may be. And at the end
Yeah.
of the day, it's a lot of kids like right now, we could just speak. It's a lot of kids who were born suburban, whatever. They got the best life ever and they want to be hood so bad. It don't matter if I recreate myself and I give them the best life. They can go try to be somebody they want and they can end up.
But that's
thinking,
nature
like,
versus nurture. We're
Okay.
talking about something completely.
No, but
that's
I'm just
nature
saying in
versus
general.
nurture.
I'm saying recreating myself.
Yeah.
I'm recreating myself to be the best person I could be, give them the best possibilities at life, and they chose to go do something else.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
But that's really
but if-
nature
but
versus
if-
nurture,
But
though.
if no,
I think
Go
it's
ahead.
not.
Go ahead.
It's
You're
not.
influenced by a lot of things.
But I think the world deserves the off chance that if you're a good person and and you meet and find the right person, there's that off chance you create the best person you could think of and make, and that little like whatever anyone wants to call it, that person right there can be the best.
I was
thing you can be the best
whatever
thing-
you want to call it.
that can be the best thing you could ever make, and that could be a plus on so many other people.
I
in
know.
the
I know
world.
women.
Wholeheartedly.
Listen, I know women in their 30s. They look to just have a kid just so they're not lonely anymore. Because it's an extremely depressed life for a
can be
woman
very
to grow
hard.
like
It can also-
31,
but
35,
look,
37.
you're speaking
They
from a
look.
point
No,
that
I'm
you
just saying a
can't
lot.
speak from.
Yes, I can. I've interviewed over 400 women. Yes, I can.
You're not a woman though.
I don't
You're
need to be a
but
woman
you're
to give you
going
my
off their
perspective. I don't need to be a woman to
This
give
is
you my
all-
perspective.
But you're speaking to women who are in their 20s who are saying here right now. One is a mom. One said they potentially want to be a mom, whatever the case may be, or not. It's not. It does not mean that.
Sadly, I believe I'm right,
A
so
lot
you
of
know.
women have
Okay.
kids to secure a bag.
Exactly.
Let's talk about it.
Exactly. Kids are more liability in a plus
Look,
than it is.
when
a
you're
lot of love
55,
nowadays.
when you're 55 and 60, the extra Gucci bag or that Mercedes you drive, nobody gives a fuck
A lot
about it
of
anymore.
women nowadays,
Okay?
they
Nobody
do.
cares.
That check.
They don't care
That's
about it
I'ma
anymore.
say it.
If I'm
Nobody
being-
cares
lot of
about that
women
bag.
nowadays-
Nobody
all they
cares
care
about
about
this
the
stuff.
social
No, no,
security
no.
more than anything, or the child support,
Wait, hold
whatever
on,
the
hold on.
case.
When I say secure a bag, I don't mean literally a bag. I mean
Oh
literally
no, I
a
do.
lifetime of checks.
I do.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm
Like,
saying when you're older,
they
you
want
don't
that
care
check.
about that. You care about your kids.
I
You
can
think they
say-
don't?
I can say I agree with
better
the
join
fact that
Reddit.
There's a lot of things that I don't do for the money, things that you could do for the money, but there's a lot of things I'll do for the memory. And I feel like a lot of things at the
Okay.
end of the day,
Yeah. Okay.
you want memories you're going to die with, because at the end of the day, like you said, the Gucci bag's not going to be there. So if
Yup.
you're doing stuff for the memory, it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. If that memory is a core memory for you and that means a lot to you, it doesn't matter if it's a kid, if it's a husband, if it's your aunt, your uncle, your mother. No matter what, it can be a great and beneficial and loving memory, and I think a kid can bring that, and that's why I think a family is what gives a lot of memories that are core to your soul and core to your own upbringing or core to your own life that you create on your own. That is why there shouldn't be a reason to have a kid. You don't need to have a kid. You can have a kid that have great memories. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's what they're
Okay,
saying.
but what I'm trying to tell
I
you,
would, though.
what I'm trying to tell you, like 35 to 40, whatever, that's the most depressed state for a man and a female, right? And men, that's usually when they start committing suicide, is in their late 30s, okay?
True.
And majority of them don't commit suicide if they have kids, because why? Because they have something to live for. They have something to live for more than their job, more than like that car, more than anything. You want to know why? Because that shit gets old after a certain point in time.
But you can't
So
say
let's
that
keep it a bean,
man-
though.
But you can't say that a man won't commit suicide.
It's a
because of their kids.
77% chance a man
I
will commit
will
suicide that
When was the
doesn't
last
have
time you
kids.
checked that
My
I've
point
actually looked
being
that
is-
up.
When was the
my
last
point
time?
being is that
Huh?
it
When was
still
the last time?
happens.
recently?
It still
Okay.
happens, and that's why I'm saying you can't judge someone that doesn't want to have that the effect on a child. That's
When
what
they're
I'm
when
saying.
they're younger, they all have that
I feel
prospect
like
of
I
getting
want-
married and having kids.
And I
That's the
just
number
wanna
one
pitch-
thing people start with.
But I'm
Wait,
saying
hold on.
the effect
I feel
to harm
like
a kid because
with
of
this-
their
I'm not
own
saying harming a
doing.
kid. No.
With
No,
this
like,
topic,
with their
I
own
feel like
doings.
even no matter how old you are, because a lot of my friends know, like, I've been through depression. I've been through, even when I had my son. A lot of shit don't, at the end of the day, it's going to be how you feel and the way, what your thoughts can, like, they will take over. So I'm saying no matter what age you are, like, not everything is about your kids. Sometimes you just get deep in your head where it's only about you, and like you don't care about the sacrifice and you don't care about the consequences. Because why? Because you are so in your head. And I feel like that's why, like, with that topic, I do agree, because it's just like you don't care. Some people will care and some people won't care, like, what they leave behind. And it's just like, it's up to you at the end of the day, like, do you want to leave all this behind? Do you want to leave the next person hurting?
Yeah,
like,
if you go 100 years from now, let's just push 100 years from now. Your car, your house, no one's going to know that. But the legacy you leave behind is still there. Yeah. Correct? If they have kids, you have kids, your bloodline keeps flowing, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to know you from who was there and who wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
And I also want to comment on the fact of how she was saying the part about wanting to make memories. I want to say that a lot of women, they will go out here and make these babies off of the memory that they know that whoever they made these babies with, they can sit there and they can boast about it. They can sit here and go on Facebook and have these moments and woo rah rah about it too. So I just want to make that a thing too, that it's not about making a baby either. It's about making these memories with whoever it is, to embarrass them, to tarnish them, to do all of that as well.
But as you get older, as you're a different person in your late 30s. You're a different person in your late 40s.
Out there popping that thing.
I understand that. I'm just saying.
Women.
As you get closer to death, you're a different person. Right or wrong?
50 is closer to death?
50 is closer to death.
I know some 50-year-olds out there.
20 is closer to death.
Yes. You guys all listen. You all know somebody tricking off. I get it, right?
I don't.
They don't value.
I do.
I don't know nobody tricking. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Their lives are more valued on, they haven't really educated themselves too much. Their bodies are breaking down. I promise you they are. Their bodies are breaking down.
Okay, what about the men and the females that are 40, 50, and they have no desire to have kids? That doesn't make them lesser than...
Well, women, you guys at 35, like, the cutoff is kind of there. Biologically, if you have a kid, he could be,
But I know a lot of people that just...
Why does he have to be a he?
What? They'll be like...
But guys, we got to wrap up. Guys, thank you so much for being on today's show. Tune in next week, all right?